Hello and welcome to 5-Minute Math. Today we are looking at the 8th grade concept of identifying functions. This is standard 8.5G in the great state of Texas, and we are using item number 22 of the Redesign Practice Online STAAR test. If you haven't done so already, please go ahead and take a moment to pause the video, work this problem out on your own, unpause it, and we will look at our answers together. So, which table does not represent y as a function of x? Okay, so let's figure out what does that mean when y is a function of x. So that is not a definition, unfortunately, you're going to find on the reference materials. You have to come into that on your own. When y is a function of x, this is what we have. We have each x value leads to exactly one y value. So you have to match them up, and you have to find each x value and make sure it only goes with one y value. If we had a graph, it's pretty simple. This is where we use our vertical line test. And if you can draw a vertical line on the graph and it only touches the graph once, then you're good to go. But we don't necessarily have graphs here. We could graph these out, but we can actually just use this top section right here. So each x leads to exactly one y value. All right, so I've got -5 leading to -5. I've got -2 leading to 0. Look at this. Look at this first one immediately right here. -5. But I've got -5, right? So -5 goes to both -5 and to 5. Okay, that's a problem. So I've got an x value, -5, that leads to two different y values, both -5 and 5. So if I were to graph this right here, right, if my x is -5, it's going to be both +5 right there and -5. And so whatever my line is going to be, like here's my -2, 0, right? It's going to kind of go like this, right? And even then, take a look at this. I've got two -2's, right? So my -2 is going to go to 0 and 10. So there's my 0, and then there's my 10. So it looks like a zigzag is what it looks like. So when I draw my vertical line, look, it's hitting it at least 4 different times. So A definitely is not a function, because each x value does not lead to exactly one y value. Now let's check the others, because maybe if that's incorrect, we did something wrong here. So I've got -5 going to 5. That's fine. 0. All right, I'm not repeating any x's. That's all I'm checking. No x's are repeated, so we're good there. All right, we need to reset this so we can see what we're doing. Let's check our C right here. Okay, so I've got -5, -2, 5, 8. I mean, that's a simple thing. If you're not repeating x's, then you're going to be fine. Doesn't really matter what the y's are right here. Now here's an interesting one. Look at this. I'm not repeating any x's. -5, 0, 5, 10. But look at the y's. Every single one of those is a 10. And I bet some people probably chose that as the incorrect answer. Let's graph that real quick. Everything's going to be a 10. All right, so let me just say, here's my 10. There's my 0, 10. Right, my -5 is going to be right there. So let me see, I've got my -5, 10. I've got my 5, 10 is going to be here. And let's say my 10, 10 is going to be over here. Well, if I were to graph that, it's just going to be a horizontal line. That's all it is. But you know what? It passes the vertical line test, because I can draw as many vertical lines as I want to. It only touches the graph once. So you can have the same y with multiple x's. You just can't have one x with multiple y's. So my answer here is A.